I'm Genny Williams with Extra Limited eXp Realty, and today I'm at one of 280's most famous locations. You're watching Life Along 280 in Chelsea. Today we are at one of 280's most famous locations right here at Lloyd's. And you know, I'm so happy to introduce Beau here. Thank you so much for joining us today and for getting me pie.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's good to have you here, Genny.
Well, so this year you're celebrating an important milestone, right? Like, how many years has Lloyd's been in business?
84 years, and then my dad bought it in June the 4th of 71, and so this will be his 50th year this June.
That is amazing to be able to be that committed to running a business for that long. And something like behind the scenes that you might appreciate is anytime that I go and take a property listing in Chelsea or anywhere along 280, people will always use Lloyd's as, I remember, you know, Daddy built our first house when Lloyd's was right over there in Chelsea. Yeah. You know, you hear that all of the time. Mm-hmm. That 280 used to end right there at Lloyd's.
Right.
I just heard that last week. And my husband happened to be with me, and he said, "No, 280 actually goes past Lloyd's now."
Yeah.
It extends over even more. So just to have being that kind of staple in a community, I mean, that's a really big deal.
That was one of my father's favorite things, to know that Lloyd's was used as a mile marker, and you know, and you could get your directions from it. And so he felt like having that was a great thing, and it was attributes to Lloyd's success.
Well, it is. I mean, really, it's a famous place to be. And you can ask any man, "Hey, what would you like to go have lunch?" Mm-hmm. And if it's nearby, you're always going to hear Lloyd's. Always going to hear Lloyd's. And then I'll have to say, "I don't know what's today. What's the special?"
Right, and my dad loved that too. Is that, you know, many a grandfather and a grandmother bring their grandchildren in, and you know, they created memories here, and he loved it. You know, he was all about that, our family, and then creating memories for the people that were coming in with their families.
Well, when I first moved here, I moved here right after 9/11. I grew up in Mississippi, and we had two little children. 9/11 happened, and we said, you know what, we want a better place for our children to grow up. So my aunt and uncle used to live right here at Brook Holland, and so we moved here. They didn't live here then, but this is the only restaurant my uncle would eat. Oh. This was his place. So it was really the only thing we knew when we first got here, and it's just always just been such a good memory for us. And then I, you know, had friends that I met throughout the years that they would know exactly what days you were serving what. Mm-hmm. And you know, would be like, "Well, we have to go to Lloyd's today because it's, you know, whatever the special was that day that they had memorized." That just says so much about, you know, who you are in the community again. So I'm sure your dad got a lot of pride out of that.
He did. He really liked it.
But you've got big changes going on right here, right now, right?
Well, we're trying to update the building, and we're at a process now where we're updating equipment. Technology's changed, so just to be a little bit more efficient, and for food presentation to be better. You know, so if you're not growing, you're dying, they say. So we have to continue to evolve and be the best Lloyd's restaurant we can be for the loyal customers that we have.
Well, you definitely have loyal customers, but it's always good to update and make sure that you're staying, you know, with the trends, but keeping that old-fashioned feel.
Absolutely. Somebody explained to me, it's actually happened this week, that, you know, when I come into Lloyd's, you know, I feel like I'm going into, you know, my old hunting cabin, and I like that. You know, it has a good feel, and they were asking about the deer that is in the lobby, and you know, why the hoofs are up, and I said, well, that's where the gun goes. And they said, well, what happened to the gun? And I said, well, it wasn't a real gun that was up there. I said it was a porcelain gun, and it dropped, and we broke it when we came here to have the head restored, and they were laughing. But you know, it's part of the ambiance of it being just casual and homey.
Right, that's true.
And we're going to keep it, but we're just going to dress it up a little bit.
Well, and years ago, I used to come to lots of events here. You have a meeting space where people could come have lunch, and it was a great place for businesses or groups to come together. I think it was the Shelby County Builders Association
That's
that I
right.
used to always, come to meetings.
Once a month, right?
So I know COVID has really kind of changed a lot of that.
We didn't have one last year because of COVID. In fact, we had some that we do every year, and they ended up canceling because of it, and it's understandable. But this year, again, we're going to update the room, have it a little bit more user-friendly AV system, so when people come in, that they can have a good meeting, good food, and communicate effectively. So we're looking forward to doing all of these changes.
Well, and we're a virtual real estate company. We don't have brick and mortar. So we can't wait till you can get back to do that and making it safe for everyone, because we'll be here. We'll rent it out for you. We'll come. We were using Brook Highland Bar and Grill every single week until they kicked us out because they couldn't do it anymore.
Wow.
So, and we've grown by another 100 people since then.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, we look forward to it.
Yeah, I can't wait. So what about the menu? How are you updating the menu at all?
Not touching the menu too much, just cleaning it up a little bit on some of the items that we really don't sell a lot of, just to be competitive in this time and day with COVID, with sales being down 25%. Believe it or not, manufacturers are really struggling, so there's certain things that it's hard to get. So we just want to clean it up on things that we know that we can get and we can be profitable with, and the people like.
So how can we help as a community? How can we support? Should we be ordering takeout once a week and making sure to keep you on rotation? Tell us what we need to do, because we can't have our community without you.
Well, thank you. No, if you don't feel comfortable coming out because of COVID, it's understandable. And you want takeout, come take the takeout. Share we want, go to your favorite restaurants, but make sure we're one of them if you enjoy us, and that would be fantastic. If you feel comfortable coming out and dining in, we're following what the health department asks us to do. Come dine in with us, every other week or so. We would be very grateful. We appreciate your business. We don't take it for granted. We want to work hard for it. We're not perfect. If we make a mistake, we want to make it right.
I think that's what people love about this place, right?
Yeah.
It's not perfect, it's just good.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you so much for letting me come today, and y'all about to eat this pie, and I know it's going to be good, so I'll give you my 2 cents about it a little bit later. So make sure that you put Lloyd's on your rotation for takeout, because we have to support our community landmark here. Thanks so much for watching Life Along 280 in Chelsea, and we'll see you next time. I just wanted to thank you so much for all of your support and everything that we do on Life Along 280 in Chelsea. I was able to hit the prestigious award of Icon again in 2020, and it's all because of you and your referrals. Everything that I end up doing in real estate is referral based, and that comes directly from you and your support. So I can't thank you enough. I was able to help 41 families make a transition in 2020, and we're super excited about what 2021 is going to bring. Even in the middle of a pandemic, you were there to support your friends and to support me. So my family and I thank you immensely, and I'm going to sit here and enjoy this sweetness.